My name is Zaure. My first name is Zaure. My last name is Amanbaeva. So I've been teaching English more than 30 years, okay? But every time when you look back to my youth, every time I would say that I'm really happy, really lucky to be a good teacher, to be one of the successful teachers in my hometown. Because when I was in the 7th grade, I still remember this moment very vividly. There were two teachers, young teachers. One was a Korean teacher, another was from Uyghur culture, okay? So, and these two young teachers, so they came to school where I studied, okay, at that moment, okay, secondary school. This was ordinary secondary school. When I saw these enthusiastic, really passionate teachers, okay, I was really thrilled to bits. I was blissfully happy because as I've said to you that I was in the 7th grade. This time I was dreaming a lot about my future profession. When my first lessons were provided by these two teachers, I thought that I would be a teacher of English. Soviet period of time, there were more than 35 students in each classroom, and I got it now that it was really tough for teachers to teach so many high school students in the classroom. But luckily, so in English, we were divided into two subgroups, okay? And my Korean teacher, whose name was Ludmila, and she also encouraged us. She always encouraged us to be highly motivated in learning English. Because that time, I clearly remember, they didn't have so many resource materials, because that time English was based on reading, so texts and translating. So, and we were more focused on grammar translation method in teaching English, and that's why so for me it was really a good experience, because our teacher, so young teacher, she was highly inspired to give us some extra materials that she brought with her from other institutional settings. So, and every time when she's been bringing lots of resources for us, so all my classmates, they were really happy to do this, because these resources were a bit more unusual, and they were not just classical texts, okay? They were, some of the reading passages were taken from our daily life, okay? And what's more, she's very good at, okay, arranging lots of classwork activities, and that time, so I saw a big difference between her teaching and the teaching of English of those so old teachers. And I could see there was really a big difference between teaching between two generations. And I still remember, so these two teachers, okay, whose eyes were really shining a lot. Because I thought now they were really passionate of choosing their career. The main thing in teaching career, you need to love children. If you are obsessed with teaching children at school, or with being with children at school, this is one of the top priorities. First of all, if you want to become a teacher of English or other subject, doesn't matter. So you need to love children.
To be open.
Yes, and you need to be open to children. You need to be honest. You need to be a really open-minded person. Okay, so you need to be to have a good relationship, a good rapport with your children. So because being a teacher is not an easy thing, because if you have chosen this career, you need to devote all your life to teaching children and being with them and try to help them find the best solution in terms of their future career, in terms of their future life. And you as a teacher need to be a model. Okay, a model and set a good example.
And what is your own strategies?
So my own strategies or my own priorities is, as I've just mentioned to you, so I love children very much. I never divide children, oh, this is a weak student, this is a strong student. All students are gifted, but teachers need to find the key to their hearts, to their souls, and try to motivate them, try to encourage them, okay, so to become a good or a valuable member of the society. Learning English in this center, they tend to be a bit timid, shy, okay? They tend to be a bit scared of practicing English.
Especially speaking.
Yes, particularly, especially speaking. So we need to find the best technology, the best methods, the best techniques, how to make your student speak fluently, freely, with no hesitation, with no problem. If they tend to make a mistake, for example, you need just in a really good way, or just in a really delicate way to explain in English. It would be better to say like this. But do not say, you're wrong, you made a mistake, and you won't be able to do your exam. No. So we need to encourage our children to practice academic skills, not only speaking skills, writing skills, so reading skills, and listening skills, all skills, all four skills as well. When I did my, when I received my certificate, and when I've been studying at Oxford British Studies Centres, in order to receive CELTA certificate, it was regarded for me as one of the best achievements for teaching. I discovered and I could see so many British teachers who devoted their lives to teaching. I was really thrilled to bits when I've been working with them, for many hours, and they are a bit older than me. But what struck me most in their personality, they've been teaching English around the world, in various countries, all over the world. So they've been teaching in Africa, in Australia, so in Asia, so in European countries, and everywhere. While they've been teaching English, so they gained lots of positive emotions by teaching. So, and that's why I need to say that for most teachers in Kazakhstan, I would recommend, particularly for young teachers, never stop learning. Because if I'm a teacher, I need to learn until I've been living. Teachers, if you have chosen this career as your lifelong, okay, dream or lifelong obsession, you need, so every time you need to be ready. So to see that your students might become much better than you. Okay, much better than you. Okay, and we need to work a lot every day, not every day. We need to read a lot, to analyze a lot, and we need to give, so we need to encourage our students so to be involved in their, to be involved in science, in linguistics, in arts, and to become a good member of the society. For me, one of the top priorities for teachers is teachers should love children very much.
Some advice
for young teachers.
Yeah, how to be a good teacher.
All right. So for young teachers, I would like to recommend, again, I'm repeating the same idea. So young teachers, first, so they need to be ready to work with children their whole life. Because to work with children, so children at school and your own children should be similar. Okay, should be similar. Because you shouldn't say, these are my so these are my own children, but they're somebody else's children. Now, so at school, every child should be a good member of a society in the future. And as a teacher of English or as a teacher of other disciplines, you need to be open-minded. You need to be open to your teachers. So because children, they're like barometers, and they could see who's a good teacher, who's a bad teacher. So if children at school could see that you are highly motivated to teach your subject and that you are really concerned of their achievements, okay, they would love you a lot. They would appreciate you a lot. They would value you a lot. Everything depends on your on your attitudes to them, on your right attitudes to your career, so to your work, okay, and to your subject matter. And that's why for young teachers, I would like to say, first of all, so you need to love children. Secondly, you love the subject that you have chosen. And if you have chosen your favorite subject, you'd be obsessed with it and try to teach or to give your children a lot more, okay, a lot more, so about so your subject, okay, and explain a lot and try to make your children be really successful in your subject and get the highest scores and make everything in order and make everything okay to be highly recognized by school staff and by other members of the educational department. So this is, first of all, love children. So, and the second, you need to choose the subject that you are really into teaching. And you need to work every day. Every time you can see shining eyes. Every time you can see people. So whose future life will depend on you, on your teaching. Okay, these are the most important recommendations, tips for young teachers that I would like to give.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. It was very interesting and according to your telling, I think young teacher will be good, will be successful. will create a good atmosphere.
Yes, right here, right here. But every time, so you need to be patient, honest, and open-minded, and love your profession.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That is all.